What does it take to get to 5 million and beyond in top line revenue as a contractor? I want to talk about that here today on the show. That it's really comes down to a few key things that you got to get nailed right. You know, when I think of guys like this in our fight community, our coaches, I think of Micah Miller, I think of Anthony Abbott. They're both facilitators in our War Room program. They are amazing at these things, and these are the things I've looked at in them and others that have done it. And I'm like, these are some of the commonalities. So I want to share with you some of these mindsets that are going to get you to that point where you're incredibly uncommon as a business owner. In fact, less than 10% of business owners even do $1 million. Less than 5% of contractors even do $500,000. All right. I don't know what the number is for 5 million, but I'm sure it's pretty fucking small. All right. So number one, guys, if you want to get where you want to get to that 5 million and beyond, you got to have that visionary mindset. You're not just thinking survival anymore. You're not just thinking about hitting next month's numbers. You're actually thinking 3, 5, 10 years into the future and creating a vision for the company that's way out there. Because the bigger the vision, the more people, when you communicate that properly, they can see their goals and dreams coming true within the vision that you have. A visionary thinker in a business is outcome driven. They focus on the results and they work backwards. So it's about reverse engineering that vision that you have. Second thing that's important, and this is huge and this is tough. Raise your hand if you've struggled with this. I have. Okay. Delegation and trust. You have to have that mindset that you are not the answer person for everything in your business. Everything doesn't have to run through you. All right. You've got to learn how to let go. And guys, I know a lot of you aren't letting go because you don't trust people to not fuck things up. Well, that's what you did. You learned all the things that you do in your industry, in your company. Like me, I made a lot of mistakes and I learned from those mistakes. Well, our people are no different. You have to give them the opportunity to make mistakes, to get things right, to make course corrections along the way, to own their shit, just like you did. All right, when you delegate and totally give somebody the outcomes and you're there to support and mentor them and coach them, you are going to have a stronger company because you're building the foundation. You can only do so much in the business. You're not a one-person foundation of the company. You need other leaders if you're going to grow your revenue. Delegate the things starting with the low-value shit that you're doing or the things that you suck at. This is the Tom Reber version of just keeping shit simple for you for the show today. All right, what do you suck at? Get rid of it. One indicator, one way that I know the things I suck at or I shouldn't be doing is if I'm procrastinating. Some people would say that procrastination is a gift because it exposes what you shouldn't be doing because you're not fired up to do it. All right, so unload that shit, hire other people to do it, give them metrics and KPIs and results that they need to hit, and then support them and coach them. And guys, when you empower your team like this, when you empower your FWs, you trust them, you can't help but grow your business bigger and faster. All right, third mindset here is an obsession with numbers. We talk about numbers a lot here in the fight, and I'll tell you, those that are growing and scaling multi-million-dollar businesses, they're fanatical about their financials, their job costing, their gross profit margins. They understand their break-even points. They know their CAC and their cost per lead and everything under the sun. They know how much money they're generating per hour for gross profit, for their overhead, for their net profit, because they become a student of the financials of the business. You will not, I can promise you, grow a strong multi-million-dollar profitable company if you are not a student of your financials, and you got to do that. And the other big thing here is the mindset here of obsession with numbers. Are not just obsessed with the top line profit, or the revenue. They are obsessed with the profit at the end of the day. They're evaluating everything to realize, is this service area, is this whatever we're doing, is it worth the squeeze? Is the juice worth the squeeze? So it's not just about ego-driven top line, it's about profit. And when you make more profit, you can invest back in the business. You have a stronger, healthier company that will actually be able to handle more top line revenue because you're building a strong foundation that has some fucking rebar in it. Fourth mindset that I see over and over of those that are growing and scaling their businesses is we are fanatical about the customer experience. You must stop competing on price. And I know that's hard to do when you're just getting started, but bottom line is most people, they want a great experience. Your ideal clients, they're less concerned with price and they're more concerned with the value you bring and how you're going to minimize bullshit in their lives. So be fanatical in the way that you communicate, the way that you deliver, not just the quality of craftsmanship, that's highly important, but everything that surrounds it. When you do that, you will build what they call raving fans who will use you over and over, and they will refer you over and over when they have a great experience. Now, this is important. Okay, back to the profit and understanding your numbers. We all know that a past client or a referral is a much more valuable lead that costs us a lot less money to get than a cold lead off the street, and we have a better chance of converting that. There's an old book many years ago written by Keith Cunningham. He's Tony Robbins' business coach. And his book, great book, I recommend it. It's called The Road Less Stupid. And in that book, he asked the question. He said, how big would your business be if you never lost a customer? Think about that. Every business I've had, we've lost customers. And I sit there and I go, shit, we got some work to do. We got to level up the experience. Better communication, whatever it might be, to keep those people, other than when they die or move away, keep them buying from us. And guys, when you're fanatical about that, okay, not just working on the top line lead flow, but you're working on loving up on your clients and keeping them, your business will grow and scale at a high level. All right, last thing I want to talk about here that I see one of the top mindsets of those are growing multi-million-dollar contracting businesses. They have created a culture of accountability. They build a culture where everyone knows their role, they take responsibility for the outcomes in those roles, and in turn, the company is successful. Again, you cannot build this by yourself. You can't scale and grow to multi-millions without other people being responsible for things. And this is more than delegation, because I talked about delegation earlier. This is accountability. Here is your job. They agree to the job. They sign your contract with your company, whatever it might be, and here are the outcomes that you expect. Well, whenever we're tolerating less than the outcomes we've all signed up for, we're hurting our company. We're hurting the culture. Remember, culture is defined in a lot of ways, but one of the best examples I ever heard, it's the intersection of what I tolerate or what I expect and what I tolerate. Think about those two lines, my expectations and then what's happening. That intersection is what I'm tolerating. So if I expect this and I'm tolerating this, I'm hurting my culture and the company is not going to grow. Another big thing that I've realized through the years, guys, a true FW, a true fucking winner, in our definition here in the contractor fight, they hold themselves accountable. You don't have to do much when you hire right and you have the right person. Okay, so be fanatical about your hiring process. Bring on the people that want to be held accountable and hold themselves accountable. They're competitive. They want to win. They have high integrity. All these different things work together to help you grow and scale your business. You might have noticed that I've shared here. Earlier I said Micah and Anthony, who run our war room groups. They do this really good. Guys, they're so good at the blocking and tackling. It's not some grand wizardry on the marketing front or some secret word track in your sales process or whatever the hell it is. It's the discipline to block and tackle with the basics every day. And keep blocking, keep tackling, delegate, hold people accountable, all these things that we've talked about. When you do that, you build a stronger organization. If you're already doing $1 million and you want to grow to 3, 5, and beyond, you need to be around people who are growing just like you. Who we hang with matters. Because again, it's about these mindsets rubbing off. I mean, if you're hanging around 4 smokers, you'll probably be the 5th smoker, right? We all know that. You become who you hang with. So it's important that if you want to grow and scale, you're hanging with people that have done it and that are currently doing it right now. And on that note, we are taking applications for our next War Room group to start in March of 2025, and head to the contractorfight.com/war-room to apply if you're already doing $1 million and you want to get uncomfortable and be around people that are growing at a high level, not just top line, but in their profits. Then you're probably going to want to be part of our next War Room group. We don't accept everybody because not everyone qualifies because they don't have the right mindset and the right attitude. Okay, so don't be butthurt if you don't get in, because not everyone has what it takes, and that's fine. But we only want people that are serious about growing their business. So go to thecontractorfight.com/war-room and apply today. Guys, implement these mindsets and watch your business grow. You guys rock. I got to roll. I'm out.